they sampled some drugs.
I don't know. Well, he went to the hospital, they gave him something else.
And you see, that's like what people throw in for the mobile. That's still a drug.
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta give them a drug to get them off of the drug.
Doctor prescribed.
Okay. So, and then I went into his bedroom when we were sent there to take everything from his house, and it looked like it was decorated like a dungeon. I mean, like sadomasochism.
Cables up on the ceiling.
So I feel like when you said he's fine and you welcome him back, I felt like how can that's when I said I questioned the decisions you've been making.
Right.
That's what I meant by that. And then when Cindy when you guys had the Zoom conference, the next morning at breakfast, Doc, you said, "What did you think?" And I thought I was being a friend. I said, "You lost. You said you were paying her back, and then you said you don't have a loan." And women always win when it's a physical altercation. So being a friend who didn't say, "Oh, Doc, everything's great, Doc." I was honest with you as a friend who's been faithful to you in this ministry for 3 years. I said, "Doc, I think it was a loss. We've got to make amends. We've got to sue for peace somehow." And now that outspokenness is now being held against me.
No. I want you to, there's no part of it. The main concern I have had, which is why when you're sitting out here at 10 o'clock with your shorts on and no shirt talking to Kevin, and everybody else is working, is very frequently, I'd say nearly every day, you are not at work at 7:30, you're someplace else. You don't come ask, "Hey, can I go get fat cat food or dog food?" You just simply do it. You set your own schedule. You quit at 3 o'clock. Very frequently you're down. I'm done. You don't ever ask, "Hey, can I leave at 3? Jeff, everybody else is working." You feel like your own boss. You want to be your own boss, so be your own boss. You don't feel obligated to submit to my authority. I got to run 20 or 30 people working here. You just go off and do your own thing.
Do I?
Yes, almost every day. I think everybody would say that.
Okay. Well, I'd like to see some backup for that. I mean, we're working. We're working five. Okay, well, 5 days in 100-degree temperatures, and I can show the progress I've made. Sometimes we run out of materials. Sometimes it's just done.
Okay. This is Bill Sardi, our other trustee. Okay. Jeff has been a wonderful help for 3 years. I baptized him here, but very frequently, from my perspective, he does not feel like any obligation to ask me for anything. He just takes the leak and goes where he wants, runs his own schedule. So Saturday, he was down here sitting on the deck at 10 o'clock talking to one of our other guys when everybody else is working, and he said he didn't have a key to get into church, like there's nothing else to do around here.
Okay.
And so I just got frustrated and said, "That's it, Jeff. You got 2 weeks to get off the property." And so Ernie and I are trying to figure out the issues here. You can maybe just listen and give your counsel later. Or unless you got some now. Go ahead, Ernie.
You've been accused of that by other people as well.
Can you name one?
Yeah, Freddie and
Kelly.
Manone just stood on their front porch and talked to me about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Would they be privy to what goes on the construction sites?
when you work, you do excellent.
Possible.
I don't have
I
any
mean, they would
complaints there.
see around here.
Okay.
They're not out there.
Who built their addition?
What you've accomplished is not an issue here at all.
Well, I'm talking about accomplishments.
You have accomplished a great deal.
Okay, so if you're are you counting hours?
No.
So now that brings the 2006 transcript, the court transcript back up.
Okay.
All
right.
Now you.
I see where this is
Yeah,
going.
okay.
You're a volunteer.
Yes,
And
but you're
we're
right.
not bringing the employee thing back up.
Wouldn't that be what this line of questioning is?
Okay.
That you're counting hours.
Here's what we need to do, Jeff. What do we need to do to help you feel good and get you back on your feet so that you can go find employment
Yes.
and be an employee to somebody where you feel good about it and you
Yes.
make good money
Yes.
you like, and,
Yes.
and you're valuable.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're not. You are a good carpenter.
Thank you.
I don't know what you could make per hour. You could probably,
Yes. Yes.
and I hope you've stored up a lot of rewards in heaven for the volunteer work you've done here.
Okay.
And I hope that's the way you will look at it, because the volunteer work done here is kingdom work.
Yes.
It's not hourly wages, it's not anything to do other than you have really helped build a kingdom work.
But it's been understood from the day one with everybody here. This is a ministry that everybody's coming to help on. If I'm gonna pay for everybody's food and everybody's utilities and everybody's building to sleep in, I expect a certain amount of, no, this is not a retirement home. You don't set your own schedule. We got lots of work to do. I work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I think I'm a good example. I have a YouTube I do for every night that 10,000 people watch, and I put hours in. I started at 4 this morning again, and it's my day off. I don't get a day off. So it's an attitude toward my authority here as the pastor. I don't think you want to follow me. If I said, Jeff, if you'll be at the 7 o'clock meeting, 7 o'clock breakfast, 7:30 meeting, and start work at 7:30 and quit at 5 every day, then you're going to say, oh, you're going to count hours, I'm an employee. It's an attitude. You're looking for something.
No, that's
Okay.
facts. That's
Okay.
the facts.
Okay, well then, go someplace and punch a time clock.
Okay, well, no, you're asking me to punch a time clock. I'm telling you, my accomplishments for daily have been substantial.
Right.
The best here.
So if other people look at you and say, hey, how come Jeff gets to leave at 3 and I got to keep, nobody has to keep working, but I think it's reasonable for me.
Okay.
I'm paying for this light to be run right now. I pay for all the electric,
See,
what's our utility?
I thought it was the donors that are paying for
What's
it.
our utility bill here?
Couple thousand to 2,500 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is the donors that pay for all this.
So why did they donate?
They donate for their accomplishments of winning souls right
Yeah.
here.
And I have to look at the bigger picture always and say, okay, we've got to get this done by this date for this to happen. Matt Powell comes in 2 weeks. We need to have one done so Debbie can move out. Money had to pay Debbie to move out.
Okay, so who is going to do that if not me?
God, we've had thousands of people come through.
Okay,
here.
so where are they?
People come and go all the time. There's
I'm
3
I'm
guys-
talking about faithful, long-term, solid.
Right.
I can count to buildings. I don't think you can point to something I didn't either build or remodel.
Right. There are
So
3 guys-
that carries weight.
There are 3 guys right now on Monday, a day off, up there doing sheetrock.
All right, good.
So we've got to send people. That's all.
Okay.
We've never been a problem.
Okay, sure.
Well,
Okay.
I would like to have, that's why I said, I don't think he sees what I see as far as an attitude toward my authority. He's looking for something to pin me on, oh, let's bring up the 2006 transcript.
Well, no, that's what you said. That's what you said.
No,
You're counting hours, and I said that's what they busted you for.
No. You need to read the transcript. You need to
I
read
did.
it.
I've read all both of your texts.
Okay.
I've read all the transcripts.
Brady, he'll be
I'm
this week.
I've read some of the things he's written too,
Okay.
and a lot of the things he's written, so
Well, you
I
can-
wouldn't really
Don't
mention
be another
him.
Hovind critic. I got a whole long list of
Okay,
them. I
okay.
don't want them.
Okay, so here's another issue I have. All right, I haven't even begun to look for any other employment. I've given 100% of my efforts to Dinosaur Adventure Land.
I have, Jim Testerman is coming this Friday with a bunch of people that have,
Okay,
Mississippi just got hit by a hurricane.
okay,
He said, we're having a hard time finding workers. I said, Jeff is an incredible carpenter. He'd be great help.
mm-hmm,
Could you take him for a few months? He said, let me meet you Friday.
okay.
So if
Okay.
we gave you, said, Jeff, we love you. Here's a gift. Here's $2,500 to get you your bills caught up and get going. And you go work with Tim for a couple months, make a fortune. And you might say, I like this. I can witness over here in Mississippi. They just got hit by a hurricane. Or, but I think it's what the biggest thing for me is the attitude toward authority. You don't feel any obligation go here and there. I need to take all day to. I'm going to change trades. I got to go from carpentry to sheetrock, so it takes all day to organize my truck.
No,
Nobody in the
no.
world would put up with that, Jeff. Come on, you wouldn't. If you had a crew working like
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting you say that. When you and Laz pulled up, I said I've got to retool and get organized in order to transfer to then working at the church. I said, it's going to take today and tomorrow. So that was Saturday. Now, you didn't show up for the morning meeting to give us our assignments. And then Kevin went to the job site and it was locked. So I had organizing and things to do here anyway. I was ready to hit the ground full speed for Tuesday at the church again. You know, that's a transition between, so.
Hold on, Jeff, you've done it 1,000 times. To take a day to retool to go put sheetrock mud on.
Yes.
Anyway, and you didn't ask.